everyone here. And I had a marvelous day. What about you?
Yes.
Here's the reason why my day was so marvelous. We're out in the community serving. Go on, we're going to do that every night. So you have to get it right. Go on. We're out in the community serving? Absolutely. Praise the Lord indeed. And yes, I went and I saw Ella White. Anybody else saw him out? Yes, I spent some time with Ella White. He's in good spirits. You know, still have a bit of work to do, but we were able to minister to him in several ways. And he was indeed very appreciated. We also saw several other brothers and sisters in the community. And it was quite an experience. I'm getting a lot of echoes back. It was a tear-jerking experience in many ways, literally. I'm not exaggerating. Because we saw that some of our brothers and sisters are certainly having quite debilitating medical problems. And it was quite difficult, but God is able, amen? Amen. And we're able to counsel, advise, pray, and provide necessary instructions, trusting and believing that God will do something special for them. So the team will be out tomorrow again from 10 to 1. I will be out again on Thursday 10 to 1 in the community, because we're going in the community to do? Absolutely. So we are very encouraged. We're very encouraged indeed. Now I have some gifts here to give out. I'm still working on those Bibles. I did promise and I intend to keep my promise. I was in discussion with the leadership and I believe we'll get those Bibles soon. But we have some very important books I'd like to share with you. Now let me see now. Who is coming here for the first time who is a non-Seventh-day Adventist? First time. Alright? Beautiful. This is yours, my sister. Alright? And send this one to the gentleman at the back and the sister right there. Come for yours, my brother. Beautiful. Not a Seventh-day Adventist, so you're coming for the first time. Thank you, my brother. That young lady right there, please pass to her likewise. And another, please. Send these down. Please send these down. There you go. Send these down. Thank you. Alright. Who has been coming? Not a Seventh-day Adventist, and you have been to every meeting so far since we started. I have a special book for you. I believe I recognize that face over there. Both of them, as a matter of fact. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to send these two books, Steps to Christ. These books are very good. Amen. And many times when I'm traveling, I make sure this gets in my suitcase.
Yes.
So when I'm traveling, I spend much time reading this book. It is new every time you read it. So please pass it down to those two sisters there. Now, I have a book called The Desire of Ages. It's easily the best biography of Jesus Christ's life. No question asked. No question asked. And I'm going to give it to someone, the first person who can raise their hand. I won't finish. We're all hands are going up. Raise your hands and tell me what the demonic God's plan means. Explain to me what all the letters mean. God's plan. First person. Alright, Emma, please go ahead. Stand up. Let's hear. Yes. Now that's true, but it's what I want. I want a mnemonic. G means this, O means this, D means this, S means this, P means this, L means this, A means this, and N means this. Who can do that? First person. You want to take a try for God's plan? Let me hear my brother. Go ahead. Alright, that's going one, but for the rest. Alright, you can work with the family thing. No problem, you work with the family thing. I'm into families.
D is daily exercise. P is
No, DS, what's S is for?
Sunlight. D is for proper rest. L is for
All right, go ahead.
A is for
This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Because it's so important, I'm going to hold this back tonight. I'm going to impress you guys so that we to learn what that means. Because we have discussed it several times. You think that's reasonable? I think that's very reasonable. I will encourage you to study it. So when I come next time, you can say it and recite it just as easily as that. Now I'm going to pray and I want to get into some serious discussion. Shall we pray? Lord our Father, you are merciful and kind, and as we come to discuss these issues, we pray and ask that we'll see Jesus Christ. We'll be instructed from your word in righteousness. May we have an obedient heart, Lord, to listen to your word and take heed, because your word is good. Your word is a source of protection. May we accept this truth. So we ask this through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Alright, so you see the name on the screen, right? What's the topic for tonight? Bleach face and tight pants. No, let me be honest with you. Are you hearing me clearly? This was one of the most difficult topics to prepare. Listen, friends, listen carefully. No, listen. I'm going to reason with your head tonight. Alright, I'm going to be very, very direct and very deliberate in my approach. So I want you guys to listen to me carefully. I'm explaining the reason why we're looking at this topic. Out of the 18 lectures, this one was probably the most difficult one to prepare. Here's the reason why. We're going to be talking about issues that are so very personal to you. We're going to talk about issues of diet and issues of dress. No. I'm being very honest. My intention is not to cause anybody embarrassment or pain. So I want to be clear very upfront. But I will say this. How we eat and how we dress does have serious health consequences. Man, friends, are you hearing me?
Yes.
And I have promised myself that coming to Jamaica, this place that I love so much and the people I love so much to serve, I am not going to hold anything back. I'm going to say all you need to hear. So I might put up some slides here that may cause a little bit of blushing. They're not X-rated, but they may cause a little bit of blushing. May cause a little bit of embarrassment. It will cause you to really consider how you have been dressing. It will cause you to consider how you have been eating. But as I said before, brothers and sisters, I'm not going to give my personal opinion. We're going to go to the, which is the health manual. And we're going to see that God has prescribed from His words laws as it relates to our diet and laws as it relates to our dressing. Are you hearing me, friends? Yes. Friends, and this is what I'm saying to you. I'm going to be very deliberate tonight. I'll be teaching tonight, not preaching. Teaching, yes. I'll be coming to your head. I'll be talking to your head, reason with you. And I'm going to put the evidence on the screen from the Word of God. And what my expectation is through the Holy Spirit is that you will comply with instructions. Because the Word of God says so, and because for the benefits of your health. Are we together so far? Yes. So let's get going now. As I said, I'm not intending to cause any pain or embarrassment or make anybody blush, but we need to address these issues. Agree? Yes. Are we up to it? Yes. Absolutely. Let's get going now. So the Bible provides health laws. What health laws are we talking about? The Bible, we discussed last night and we heard that the Bible provided health laws. Yes? Remember we discussed that last night? We talked about what? Exercising faith. Physical exercise and the spiritual application was exercising what? Faith. You guys remember? Yes. Yes. Tonight, we're going to focus on these two areas. Dietary health laws and dress reform health laws. Are you following me, friends? So the two that I've put on the line, we're going to be following those two tonight. Dietary laws and dress reform. No. The Bible also has other health laws as it relates to social reforms in marriage, which we're going to discuss that later in the series. Mental health, we're going to discuss that later in the series. Stress management, which we're going to discuss that later in the series. The Bible even has instruction on substance abuse, which we're going to discuss later in the series. The Bible also has discussions regarding instructions regarding public health and sanitation, which we're going to touch on like later in the series. Also personal hygiene and sexual behavior. Does that sound like the complete experience of man? Yes. Man mean mankind? Yes. But tonight we're going to look at the issue of diet and dress. Diet and dress. Alright, here we go. We're not going to hurt anybody. We're just going to go with the word of God. Let's get going now. The Bible provides health laws to guide us on our diet. Leviticus 3:17 says, it shall be a perpetual. What does perpetual mean? Ongoing. Of ongoing statute. Statute means instruction, laws, commandments. For your generation throughout all your dwellings, ye that ye eat neither nor. We're going to focus on fat. We're going to talk about blood two lectures from now. So let me ask you a question. We are reasoning tonight. No preaching, teaching. Does the Bible instruct us that we're not supposed to eat fat? Yes. No, you guys sound uncertain. Yes. Does the Bible instruct us that we're not supposed to eat fat? Yes. I hear no. Yes. Is it yes or no? Yes. It's right in front of us. The Bible instructs us. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think God is arbitrary? Mean that he does willingly and does what he wants? Or he's very purposeful in what he does? Let's see the reason why God gave that instruction. So, examples of physical health measures. Right? Fat and blood. Speak to the children of Israel, saying you shall not eat any fat of ox or sheep or goat. You shall not neither what? Eat neither what? The fat nor the blood. Why is that? Because God knows that if we follow this instruction, we'll be protected against what? Heart disease. Yes. Friends, are you following me? Yes. We're protected against what? Cancer. We'll be protected against what? Obesity. So God instructs his people from this health manual that we're not supposed to eat fat. Are you following me, friends? Yes. Because God knows that if we eat fat than the fat of animals, with increased chance of having heart disease, because the fat itself can clog the arteries. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, we're going to talk about that some more. The fat can also increase the risk for cancer and of course obesity. Now, I'm going to spend some time and talk about obesity. Before I came, I was speaking to my wife on the phone. Her name is Maureen. And I was saying to her, Maureen, you know, I said we're going to be lovely, we're not going to hurt anybody, but we're going to speak the truth. Yes? And I said, Maureen, I'm finding something interesting in Buff Bay. I'm seeing quite a bit of the brethren in Buff Bay being obese. And she said to me, how comes? I thought the people in Buff Bay do a lot of walking. And I said, apparently they do or they don't, but they're probably not eating properly. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I'm going to spend some time now and look at some of the struggles we have as a society as it relates to the issue of obesity. So follow me carefully now. Obesity or fatness to the layman is an excess accumulation of body fat. And one way to look at it is overweight was arbitrarily defined as more than 20% above ideal body weight. But the more widely used way to determine obesity is what we call the BMI or the body mass index. Are you following me? And you don't have to remember this completely, but let's understand the principle. The body mass index is measured by the weight of the person in kilograms divided by their height squared. And when you divide those two numbers out, if it's less than 18.5, you're considered underweight. If you're between 18.5 and 24.9, you're normal. If you're above 25, if you're 25 to 29.9, you're overweight. And you're obese if you're 30 and above. And if you're above 40, you're extreme obesity. Are you following me? Now let's read again now. What are some of the issues that cause obesity? Do you agree that cultural attitude to obesity is important? And we're going to discuss that as it relates to Jamaica. What about poor dietary patterns? What about decreased physical activity? Some persons unfortunately have what we call hormonal disorders, hypothyroidism, hypothalamic syndrome. Don't let us, big words, medical words. All it means is that what? Your hormones are out of balance. But that's rare, that's not the most common. The most common cause are what we see here, lifestyle issues. Are you following me? Yes. Alright. Or some persons have genetic issues. But that's not the rule, that's the exception. Now, we're going to spend some time and talk about and listen friends, I'm going to go straight at our cultural perspective because I'm going to give you guys a different culture. Alrighty? I'm going to give you the Christian culture. And I want to see you guys very carefully. We're Jamaicans. We're Caribbean people. But if we are Caribbean people and Jamaicans and our Jamaican culture goes contrary to the Word of God, which culture must we take on? The Word of God, right? Yes. You guys agree with that? Yes. Alright, so let's explore that. So, traditional Caribbean perspective arising out of African culture and slave society in which malnutrition was common, obesity was perceived as what? Healthy and wealthy. So coming back from the days of slavery, when people were underfed, if you want to be fat, you're considered to be healthy and wealthy, but that's not necessarily true, right? No, this is where some of the issues that the sisters face. The next point. Through the region, it is widely perceived that men like their women fat. I told you guys I'm going to get very personal tonight, but you guys love me still, right? I'm going to get even more tighter than this, but you have to work with me still, alright? So I find that sometimes you counsel some sisters when I was there at KPH, and you talk about their weight. They refuse to recognize that they're obese or overweight. Why? They believe in their mind that if they don't get off the fat, the husband or the boyfriend will not like them. Because it's perceived that Caribbean men and Jamaican men like women fat. Am I talking the truth, darling? And many of you sisters, I'm sure you have heard that being expressed. But should we embrace that, or should we embrace what the Word of God says? Yes. So you see what I'm trying to reason with your brain? I'm trying to reason with you guys to appreciate some important points. Let's go a little further. This view was held by obese women themselves, 44%, and the men by 25%. So you realize there's a problem there. More women believe that men would like to have them fat than men believe that women they like to have women fat. So some of the sisters are believing not what the men believe. That's not good, brothers and sisters. Let's go on. This was a research that was done by Tripkan, and this is what he found in 2001. 52% of obese women are happy with their weight. This was done in Jamaica at the University Hospital. Alright, he went and they took a survey of women in the clinic. You follow me, friends? I asked them the question and this is the answer they gave back. 50% of obese women are happy with their weight. Now let me ask you a question. If you're happy with your weight, in the sense that you're satisfied and you think this is how it's supposed to be, isn't it going to be hard for you to change? Won't you have to see that it is not normal to be overweight, to want to change? So you realize how culture can influence our behavior? Are you understanding, friends? Next important point. Concepts of obesity among outpatients of a Jamaican hospital. That's what we're talking about. 40% is a sign of happiness when you're obese. 50% represent wealth, 10% represent what? Health. So we're still seeing that slave culture influencing us in how we perceive obesity. And I still think it's happening right here amongst us right now. Do you agree with me? Yes, it's true. Let's look at another important point. Another issue that tends to increase our risk for obesity. Favor energy-dense foods such as fatty and sugary foods. My greatest frustration with Jamaica right now is the number of sweet fizzy drinks. You heard me talk about it last night. It is killing the Jamaican population. Amen. I'm going to say it another way. Drinking these sweet fizzy drinks, it is killing the Jamaican population, friends. It's just empty calories and you're just putting on weight as a result of it. Another issue, snacking. Snacking is one worst thing we can do for health. It stresses the system and it sees the system in a constant state of heightened response. Lord has made this system for it to rest, including our stomach. Don't we rest when we go to the bed at night? So why don't our stomach need some rest likewise during the day? Friends, are you following the logic that I'm saying to you? And if you keep on snacking, you're just putting in calories and you're not resting your system. And that's the reason why people feel so exhausted. So eating more doesn't mean you're going to have more energy. Constantly eating can leave you what? Exhausted, because you can't, the system constantly pumping out all these different juices from the stomach to break the food down. What about fast food? What about fast food? Are you guys grumbling here? You know, many years back I spent some time in Barbados when I was studying. I know there was no KFC in Barbados. Then, I don't know what other things has changed then. No KFC, no McDonald's. They only had one chain that they call Chefette. And I've seen that as a number of fast food restaurants have increased in Jamaica since. The obesity has occurred. What has occurred? Persons are getting what? Fatter and fatter and fatter. And sicker and sicker and sicker. And Jamaicans not cooking in your house anymore. Isn't that sad? Now, I'm going to give you guys a true experience. We're talking about eating late at night. So I was at KPH one day, I'll never forget it. Listen friends, listen carefully. I was at KPH one day in the endocrine clinic. That's the clinic that deals with hormone and problem, and obesity and all that stuff. That was part of my responsibility there many years back. And a lady came in and she said, and she clearly, she wanted to keep on putting on weight every time I see her weight was going up. And she keep on saying, doctor, I'm not eating. I said, but you must be eating, my sister. No, I'm not eating. So I said, let's talk it through. What do you eat for breakfast? Well, you know, I don't eat breakfast, you know. Alright, so when is your first meal? About 1 o'clock, alright. So, when do you eat next after that? What do you eat next after that? Well, you know, I get home like 9 o'clock, I cook some dumpling and I eat and I go to my bed. You see the problem, friends? When you eat late at night, what happens to that food? It's a story. And stored as what? That's fat. So friends, a good rule of thumb is this. Good rule of thumb. If you can have your last meal, say 4 or 5 o'clock, that's great. But you certainly don't want to eat beyond 6 o'clock. Friends, are you hearing me? Yes. And I'm sure many of you eat beyond 6 o'clock. Isn't that true? Yes. Friends, you realize the tone of my voice this evening compared to the rest of the evening? Yes. That I'm actually speaking to you in a way that I'm trying to reason with you guys. Yes. I'm not trying to cause pain, friends. That's not what I'm doing. So I don't want anybody to get frustrated and get up and walk out. That's not my intention. And sometimes, friends, even when medicine is applied, that will be applied sometimes. Yes. And I'm applying medicine to them tonight. But I'm not going to stuff it down your throat. I'm going to speak to you and raise to your mind. My voice is not going to raise above this tonight. Tomorrow night I'm going to preach hard, yes. And the other night, but not tonight. Because I'm reasoning with your minds, friends. And I'm saying to us, we're killing ourselves. And we were out and coming to this morning and we were serving the community. And that was a common theme that we're seeing. People weren't eating properly and they were literally killing themselves. Now let's go a little bit faster now. What about decreased physical activity? More people leave manual jobs to work in service industries. And the mode of transportation shifts from walking to driving. And many are not aware of the importance of exercise. We discussed exercise last time, I'm not going to spend much time on that. What's the best diet to cause weight loss? A more unprocessed complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates is fiber. Friends, that's very important. So let me explain that to you. There's a difference between the white bread and the brown bread. I'm just using bread to explain the point. The body handles the bread differently. When you eat the white bread, the body goes through a chemical responses which tend to let you store the bread, store the energy, store the carbs as fat. When you eat the brown bread, true good whole wheat brown bread, not the one that in this cell, the real green deep, it causes a slower release of the carbohydrates, and the body handles it much more efficiently to burn as fuel as opposed to store it as fat. Friends, are you hearing me? Yes. So that's what the approach we take. We start more complex carbohydrates, or legumes, or peas, or beans. Are you following the friends? Yes. We're going to look at another health law. Proverbs 24:13 and 25, 16 and 27 says, "My son, eat honey because it's good." Is honey good? Yes. But eat only as much as you need. So what is the Lord saying to us? He's saying that if we stick to this biblical law from the Bible. Let me ask you a question. The instructions I'm giving you, am I giving it from my own opinion? Is it from the Bible? Yes. So is this as trustworthy as Mandel? Yes. If we follow through, what does that mean? There we go. Alright, here we go. If we follow through with this instruction, it decreases our chance of infections, it decreases our chance of tooth decay, it decreases our chance of diabetes and sugar, and of course it decreases our chance of obesity. So even something as good as honey must be taken in what? Moderation. No. We're going to talk a little bit about diabetes, or we call sugar. What exactly is diabetes? Diabetes mellitus, or sugar, is a condition where an abnormal response to insulin. Insulin is a hormone that's released by the pancreas, right? And our inadequate insulin production causes what? Blood sugar levels to rise. Well, let me see if I can explain this to you. Look at the screen now, friends. Look at the screen now. So, this is the liver, that's the gallbladder, that's the small bowel, and that's the pancreas coming across here. When we eat and the food goes down in the gut, it stimulates the pancreas here to release insulin from some specialized cells, and the insulin goes in the blood, and the insulin brings down the blood sugar levels. Do you understand what I said a while ago? Is that clear, friends? Alright. That's a very honest answer. And I'm going to explain some more. Alright? So I like that answer. Let's go one step further. Let's see if we can do a better job. So follow me now, friends. This here is the stomach. Here's the pancreas. When we eat and the food goes in and goes inside our bloodstream, it causes the pancreas to release insulin. The insulin is required to work on the different cells in the body, including the cells like your liver cells, your muscle cells, and it allows the glucose to go inside your cells. Are you getting that, friends? Yes. So insulin works like a key that opens your cells for glucose to go inside your cells. Do you get that, friends? Yes. Let me hear you guys say that. Yes. Insulin works like a key that opens the door for what do you open the door? For the glucose to go from your blood to inside your cells. One more time. Insulin works as a key to open the doors of your cells for the glucose to go inside your cells. No. There's two main types of diabetes. There's more than two, but let's just work with the two for now. We call it type 1 and type 2. Type 1, the pancreas does not produce any insulin. So let me answer a question. So we're reasoning together, yes? If the pancreas does not produce any insulin, will the glucose be able to go inside the cells? No. Why? Because the key won't be there to open the cells. Agreed? Yes. So that's what we call type 1 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is where insulin is released, but you find the insulin doesn't work as well, and the cells fail to respond to the insulin properly. No, let me ask you a question. I want you guys to reason with me now. What condition do you think is the main reason why your insulin would not work? It's been released, but it does not work by opening the cells. The cells are clogged. Possible, but not in this situation.
They start producing insulin.
When you are obese, when you are overweight, it's what you call insulin resistant. So please, friends, don't bleed. Listen what I'm saying. It's important. I'm reasoning with you guys tonight. Listen what I'm saying to you. Studies have clearly shown that when you put on extra weight as fat, your insulin keys don't work well. So you're still producing insulin, but your keys are blunted. Are you understanding by blunted? They're not working well. So when you increase your weight gain, your insulin keys don't work well to open the doors for the glucose to go inside your cells. That's what you call type 2 diabetes. That's the problem that we have in Jamaica. That's the problem we have in Buffalo, and Skibo, and Molitor, and Swift River, and wherever else we find go in Jamaica. And that's what we saw today when we were out in the mission field. And that's what caused tears to the eyes of some of us when we went out today. Friends, are you listening to me?
Yes.
So this is very important, friends. So, here's the good news. When we lose the weight, you find that the insulin starts to work as it's supposed to work. So many of you here who are diabetic, if you lose the weight, I promise you, your insulin is going to start to work again and you can come off the medications. But for now, you keep on your medications. But if you lose the weight, your insulin will start to work again. And you can come off the medication and live a happy, healthy life. Friends, are you understand what I'm saying? So we just discussed type 1 diabetes, right? Destruction of the insulin-making cells in the pancreas by someone's immune system, inciting viruses, toxin, milk. Let me talk about that. Friends, I'm not going to come here and give you guys half the story. I'm going to give you guys the full story. One of the reasons why we're seeing so much type 1 diabetes where the pancreas don't produce any insulin is because we're feeding the babies milk, cow's milk. Let me be honest, friends. Cow's milk is not to be drunk. And you guys be quiet and looking at the screen. Cow's milk has certain protein in there that inside the body to attack the pancreas and destroy the pancreatic cells, and you don't produce any insulin. I beg of you, brothers and sisters, I beg of you sisters here, give your child breast milk. Friends, are you hearing me? Yes. And friends, if you give your child breast milk, the Lord is so kind and merciful that the breast can produce milk as it's required. The breast don't produce milk just to say X amount of ounce. No, as the child is breastfed, the breast produces more milk. There's no need to give the child this bottle milk. And worse, don't give the child any sweet, fuzzy, sweet drinks. I'm pleading with you. Hold the question until we finish, my brother. I see your question, hold the question until we finish. What we have realized, is, friend, is this, that many persons who have type 1 diabetes tend to occur in their childhood. Individuals usually are thin and sometimes overweight, but not commonly. And they cannot survive without insulin. Why is this true? Why is that true? Because they're not producing any insulin. We're talking about type 1 diabetes. Are you following me? Now let's go to type 2 now. Type 2, they have a problem called insulin resistance, or less severe underproduction of insulin. In other words, you're producing insulin, but insulin is not what? Working. You're commonly overweight and obese. And we'll explain that. That when you're overweight and obese, what does it do to your insulin keys? They don't work. They don't work, friends. Most commonly seen in adults, but it's been seen increase in terms of children. And the patients usually have a family history of diabetes. Why is that so? Because many times the family do what? That's how they eat. They all eat the same way. That's something we saw today when we go out to the mission field. Everybody, when you say to them, say, bring your plate that you eat out of. They bring a very deep bowl, 2-3 inches deep. Friends, I'm not laughing tonight. I'm burning tonight. I'm not laughing, brethren. I'm serious. It left some of us in tears today. I'm serious, friends. Some of us were in tears. Everybody brought a very deep bowl. That's the way they put their food in. It was like a deep cavity, a chasm. So this is what we're going to do, friends. Tomorrow, stand up for me, Marvin. Marvin is a very, very competent nutritionist. I work with him and I can attest to that. And between Marvin and myself and the rest of the team, we were writing prescriptions in terms of dietary changes for many of the persons that we saw. And teaching them that they need to do away with these big chasm bowls and use flat plate and how to put the food on the plate and what percentage of the plate the food must be so that they can easily understand. This is what I want. Friends, listen to me. And I'm not going to rush tonight to start. So you guys are going to sit down and listen to me. Alright? So let's finish. I'm not rushing. You got to have to sit down and listen because we have a problem here. Alright? We have to deal with the problem. Alright, friends? So let's just deal with it. So he's going to be doing tomorrow evening at 4 o'clock. We'll be having several lectures on how to portion size your food. And throw out this huge chasm basin that you guys are eating from. And learn to eat properly from a flat plate. So I'm inviting you guys to come. If many of you guys come, you're going to stand right there or stand right here at 4 o'clock and start teach you guys. Because I don't want to see that anymore. Everybody brought the same looking bowl. You realize I'm not laughing tonight. I'm as serious as ever. As a matter of fact, tell you what, before the series finishes, I'm going to show you the pictures of the bowl. Because I was taking pictures when I started. I was taking pictures. Huh? Wednesday, start tomorrow. Wednesday 4 o'clock, friends. Come, Brother Marvin going to be here, and he's going to sit, we're going to give out, we're going to show you guys how to eat in terms of portion sizing properly. And when I come back next time to Buffalo, I don't want to see any more of those bowls. Alright? Can we agree on that? Alright, here you go. So what are the symptoms of diabetes? Come stay with us, friends. Stay with us. Symptoms of diabetes: urination, excess urination. As a matter of fact, I think we diagnosed 2 cases of diabetes that we didn't know that they didn't know they were diabetic. One sister's blood sugar was 510. And she was just, who's the Prime Minister of Jamaica? What is today's date? I'm not laughing, friends. It's not a joke. She was totally demented. Excessive thirst. And she was having all of these, and the other brother that we met before was having all of these, and they didn't know what was going on. Excessive hunger, excessive eating, and you're still losing weight. Fatigue and weight loss. If you are having these signs, friends, go and see your doctor. Do you understand me, friends? I don't hear you. Yes. And diabetes is diagnosed by the symptoms and the how high the blood sugar level is. So how does diabetes affect your health? Diabetes is the leading cause of new blindness and foot and leg amputations. Friends, this is serious enough, friends. Diabetes is the leading cause of blindness, new blindness, and foot and leg amputation. Something that is totally preventable. Isn't that sad, friends? I don't think Jesus is happy with us. I think he's very sad. And he's appealing to us to say, listen, friends, I love you, I care for you. Take your health more seriously. No. Diabetes also affects the kidneys. Kidney damage requiring dialysis. Increased risk of heart attacks, stroke. Women are more prone to uterine and breast cancer. Weight loss and maintain. So what's the best treatment? Weight loss and maintain ideal body weight. Exercise regularly. Lower your cholesterol. Reduce blood pressure. Decrease life stress. Stop smoking. One of the worst things a diabetic can do is smoke. Friends, listen. If you are diabetic and you smoke, you're almost surely going to get a heart attack. Friends, are you hearing me? Yes. And the doctors go in and fix the heart, you're going to increase the risk for heart attack again. That's how bad cigarette is when you smoke and being a diabetic. The worst thing you could do. If you know anybody who are diabetic and smoking, please bring them here. I want to talk to them. You hear me, friends? Yes. If you're diabetic and you're smoking cigarette, you bring them here to eat it. I want to talk to them. Because they're about to die, and I don't want them to die. That's how serious that issue is. Drug therapy sometimes is necessary. Sometimes it's necessary, friends. But if we eat properly and exercise and do the right things, many times it's not necessary. And many times it's reversible. Do you understand me, friends? Yes. Let's talk about another issue. Hypertension. It's a condition in which the pressure in the blood vessels is higher than it should be. We saw one brother, his pressure was 160, our pressure was 184 or 126. Friends, are you hearing that? Yes. That's extreme high blood pressure. So, what are the factors that increase the risk for hypertension? And tell me these sound familiar. Obesity, inactivity, alcohol, genes, sometimes smoking, low potassium, calcium, magnesium, stress, high salt. Does that sound like the diet we're eating here in Jamaica? Isn't that the typical Jamaican diet? Yes, yes, man. 6 pieces of chicken in the plate, 3 scoops of white rice in the plate. Yeah? Isn't that so? Yeah. We Jamaicans love our meat. They will call it meat kind. Isn't that what we call it? And there's no vegetable. Isn't that so? That's what we eat. And the worst kind on the side we have some rubbish right here. Sugar and water. Isn't that so? I will wash it down and I will just go and sleep afterwards. Am I lying to you? So let me ask you a question. Is that your culture or is that God's culture? So whose culture wants to take on? So what keeping us, friends? What keeping us? I think we can do better. I know we can do better. And I want us to do better. So, hypertension can damage the brain, give you a stroke. We saw one brother there. Sad my heart, friends. Some of us were in tears, friends. Brother there, 54-year-old brother. I have a very weak left side, walking with a stick. 54. About 4 stroke before. Diabetic, hypertensive. 54. Walking like this with a stick. I'm not making fun of him. His quality of life has decreased significantly. 54. Let me see who those are in here who are 54 in their 50s. Put your hand up, man. I'm just making up one. That's you in your 50s. Imagine have a stroke at 54. Friends, and you will walk with a stick. And you can't do anything for yourself. Is that what God wants for us, friends? No, not at all. Hypertension also increases for kidney failure, heart disease, heart attack. And I will say, and blindness, of course. How are we going to deal with this issue with hypertension? Friends, increase your physical activity. We discussed that last time. I'm not going to go that this evening again. Control obesity. Medications are necessary at times. And stop smoking. And of course, this is the bedrock. These two are the bedrock, friends. Proper nutrition and exercise. Yeah. Friends, if we stick to proper nutrition and exercise, we cut our problems significantly. And friends, I don't want you to sit there now and the saying to yourself it can't happen to you. Because everybody that we saw now were slim and trim at one stage. Nobody's born fat. No. Friends, am I making sense? Yes. So we have to take it seriously, friends. We have to take this thing under control. No. I'm going to talk about atherosclerosis. What word I word before? Alright? Atherosclerosis is just very simple. It simply means that it's a clogging of the artery. So follow me carefully now, friends. When we eat a high-fat diet with high levels of bad cholesterol, we call it LDL cholesterol. What that does is what? Let me give you a way to understand. Let's think about your kitchen pipe. And each time your kitchen pipe have a little bit of scraps of food going down the sink. And after a while the pipe gets clogged up and you can't. The water is backing up. And you call the plumber and he takes the pipe off. And when he takes the pipe off and look at it, what is he going to see here? Gunk, right? Grease and gunk. That's exactly what atherosclerosis is. Do you understand that way?
Yes.
Yeah. So the grease and gunk you see there is because of what we eat in, friends. That's what we call atherosclerosis. And that, friends, this blockage right here is what causes major, what we call vascular foot ulcers. Foot sore we can't heal. Because for the foot to heal, you need blood supply. And the blood supply block off what it must heal. Does that make sense? Yes. Yes? And that's what gives you a heart attack. And that's what gives you what we call peripheral vascular disease, or we call circulatory problem. Yesterday we put on about 3 or 4 compression stockings. Those were because of venous problem. But some of the sisters who we put it on top, if they don't put things in place, and I see a few in here, and I won't look at them. And I'm glad that they're here. I'm going to give them a big hug at the end of the meeting. And I want to see them here tomorrow again. If we don't have it in place, you're going to start finding out when you walk, you say, why is my calf muscle paining me? Why is that so? Your breast in your legs is partially blocked off. You don't have enough what? Blood flow to give you what? The energy in your foot for you to walk, so you start to get cramps in your foot and pain in your foot. And if I continue, friends, the doctor is going to have to cut the foot off. Friends, are you hearing the message I'm saying tonight? Increase your chance to have a heart attack, friends. So this is the vessels. Alright, that's blocking off your book, block out completely. You get a heart attack. This is a picture of the heart. This is what the heart looks like for real. You get a heart attack right there and this dies. You have chest pain, you collapse, you can die. And it's totally preventable. No, not only preventable, it's also reversible. Done the right way. No. This gentleman is an interesting gentleman I met. When I was many years back in Florida, I actually met him. And I actually had the opportunity to talk to him. Ask him a few questions. His name is Dr. Ellis. And he was able to reverse heart disease by going into and using the principles of the health manual, the Bible. And I'm saying to myself, here's a non-Adventist reading the Bible. Apparently that's what he did, because what he did was exactly what the Bible said, my sister. So he must have probably read the Bible. And this is what he did. This is what he did. Very simple, very interesting. This is what he did. He did a 27-year study on 18 seriously ill heart patients. It was published in the American Journal of Cardiology. All plant-based diet, low dose statins. All what kind of diet? Plant-based. Did we find a plant-based diet in the book of Genesis? Yes. Did we, friends? Yes. So these are people who had bad heart disease. Their arteries were blocked up. And he placed them on a plant-based diet. 430 events during the 8 years before the study. Friends, listen, friends. Before he placed them on a plant-based diet, they had a total of 49 heart attacks over the 8-year period, these people, these patients. When he placed them on the plant-based diet, there were no heart attacks over 12 years. Amen. I thought the whole church would have showed that. Amen. And this is what they found. What, follow me now. Listen carefully now. Heart disease reversal on a low-fat, whole food, plant-based diet. So this was one of the patients he showed. This is the disease vessel. You see that what is the vessel, friends? So this is our pictures taken of the actual vessels inside the heart. You give the patient a certain diet meaning, you know, a certain chemical that light up the blood vessel. Are you following me, friends? Listen carefully. I want to reason with you tonight. Reason. Sit there, listen, you're going nowhere. I'm going to finish tonight because I need to get this off my chest. Friends, you understand I'm burdened, right? I see what's out there and I don't like what I'm seeing. Alright, so let's just work with me. Work with me. I'm not rushing. So this is a picture of the blood vessel. You see it's disease, right? You can see that, right? Yes. Are you seeing it, friends? Respond. Yes. When you place it on a plant-based diet, the body healed itself. It went back to what? A healthy artery. Amen. Amen. Friends, you're not getting that. Yes. You guys didn't get that, friends. Let me get, when you're right, walk in for truth. So these are people who are eating a poor diet and a poor lifestyle, and they are their blood vessels sick, diseased. Agreed? Yes. He placed them on a plant-based Genesis chapter 1 diet. The one that God prescribed in the book, the health manual.
Amen.
And they stuck to it, and the body healed itself through what? Through the diet, plant-based diet that they were eating, that we were supposed to eat. If that's not exciting, I don't know what is exciting.
Yeah, true.
Let me tell you guys something. Listen to this. Hold on to your chair. Hold on to your chair. Hold on to your chair. There is no drug the doctors can give you to do this. That's a factual statement. I have treated many patients with heart disease, and sometimes I use med drugs. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Yes, I do. Because some of the patients don't come compliant with our plant-based diet. Some people are rebellious, but I still have to try and help them. And there's no medication that doctors can give that can cause this to go to this. None. Not one. Absolutely. But on a plant-based diet, the body heals itself completely.
Amen.
Get back to new again.
Amen.
So when we go out to the field, we were changing up people's diet and putting them on the right Genesis chapter 1 diet. Because that we know that's going to work. Yes, that's what we're doing. So there again, friends, repair. No. I almost feel like I said, close the door, but that wouldn't be appropriate. Because I don't want nobody to leave right now. I'm going to get the right person into your business right now. And let me say it again. I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. I'm not trying to make anybody blush. But I see we're dressed in such a way that is affecting our health. And we need to discuss these things from a biblical perspective. Are we in agreement? Yes. Alright, so I want us to be mature now. And yes, I'm aware that children are in the audience. I'm not going to be showing anything, any X-rated stuff. No. Some of the stuff is going to be graphic. But it's not some of the stuff that they have not seen already. Friends, are you following me? Yes. I'm not going to be showing anybody's private part, but I'll be showing some areas of people's body. Alright? Let's go through this now. So the Bible provides the laws to guide us on our dress. Genesis 1:27 says what? God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he what? Him, male and what? Let me ask you a question. In the eyes of God and the eyes of the Bible, is there a distinction between male and female? Yes. Are we sure about that? Yes. Alright. So what's going on here? Deuteronomy 12. Who is this, by the way? Who is this? Who? Anyway, we'll get to that. Listen, I've been away, but I know what's going on in Jamaica. I've been away for almost 10 years, but I know what's going on. And my heart is pained. Brethren, friends, community, let's get back to the biblical culture and biblical standard. Don't follow fools. Alright, friends, don't follow fools. Listen to what the word of God says. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord. Not my word, the word of God says so. And I'm seeing all kind of funny looking men walking around in Jamaica. What's going on there? The Bible says men must dress like men and women dress like women. This is an abomination, friends. And we must deal with it. This is not godliness. And I'm not judging anybody. I'm just putting the word on the screen and for you guys to make your mind up. Am I saying this brother here, the Lord can't save him? No, we need to start praying for him. But I don't want you guys to follow his example. And I'm looking at the young men here. Not like this. You hear me? Never ever like this. Are you guys understand? Not like this. That's not God's way. Men must look like men, women look like women, and dress accordingly. Alright? This is another issue likewise. I told you guys I was going to get a little bit dark in your face. Don't get blushed, don't get nervous, don't get frightened, friends. Hold on, friends. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Listen, friends. Listen, friends, listen. I'm asking a question. What kind of disease can be caused by a thumb? So many of the sisters wearing these clothing. And they have health consequences, my sisters and brothers. I have seen them. I know what's going on. And when you wear these thongs, it's like a wick. You know what a wick is? Let me see if I can use a different way. You know, like a rope. And that rope straight extends from the rectum, the anus, to that delicate part of the woman's body. And it carries the bacteria from the what? Anus to that delicate part of the woman's body. And that increases the risk of what? Bladder infection, urinary tract infection, yeast infection, group B strep disease, E. coli, which is found in the what? In the what? The feces, clitoral pain, that's the sensitive part of the woman having pain, irritation of the hemorrhoids, and skin tags by her sensitive part of her body. Friends, are you understanding me? Yes. This is not godliness, friends. This is fashion. And fashion many times doesn't make sense. Fashion can hurt and harm us. Do you understand? I'm not trying to hurt you or call it shaping change. You realize that, friends? And many of us are taking fashions and we're saying, that's what everybody is dressing. But what we do for what the word of God says? Another issue is this. I'm seeing. I'm talking about things I've seen in Jamaica. And that's why I came back here, friends. Because I'm seeing these things happening since I've left for the last 10 years. And I'm saying, what's going on? This issue going on too. 1 Timothy 2:29 says what? In like manner also women adorn themselves in what? Modest. Is this modest of pride, friends? Let me reason with you. Come, let's reason together. Is it appropriate for a woman to expose her skin? Like that? That's not appropriate, man. The only person supposed to see you naked like that, expose that, is your husband, man. And not just your husband, but husband in the right circumstances. Because if my wife is, I would not walk with my wife on the street looking like that. I would not walk with Marie like that. She know that. No, cover yourself up. Yes, friends, that's not godliness. And listen, my sister, listen. I'm reasoning with you tonight. I know it's 10 minutes to 10 to 9, but we won't finish it tonight. I'm going to reason with you. The sisters are allowing the brothers to lose respect for them. Because if I'm courting and looking for a wife, and a woman comes to me like this, what must I think of her? Be honest now. Be honest now. I'm going to question and say, what is she trying? Trying to impress with her skin? That's a low passion issue. I don't want that, friends. Is that true? You want a life partner, yes? Not just somebody going to excite you physically and sexually. Am I making sense, friends? Yes. Yes, man, it's true. It's true, man. 1 Peter 3:4 says what? Talking about women. Which still apply to men likewise. Who's adorning, let it be not what? Out of adorning of plate on the ear or wearing of gold or putting of apparel. But let it be the hidden man of the heart. In that which is not corruptible, but even the ornament of meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price. Yes. One of the most appealing things is a woman covered properly, intelligent, speaking to you, making eye contact, love Jesus. Very appealing. That's what men truly want. That's what good Christian men want. Yes, what I'm saying is true. The brothers know what I'm saying is true. And you know what I'm saying is true likewise. Yes. Now, next issue is this. These are issues. Friends, this is not the way God intended for the food to go. Amen. This is so unhealthy. Unhealthy how? Friends, high heels throw the weight force forward, cause the heads of the metatarsal, these bones, to bear most of the body's weight, and you start to get arthritis there and pain in your foot right there. All in the name of what? Fashion. I know this is a very unusual presentation. You don't hear this every day in the church, but you have to deal with it, friends. You have to deal with it. Another issue, friends. Shoes should fit comfortably. What's this going on? What's the weather? What's this? Is a poorly fit shoe. And what are you going to get? You're going to get bunions here. Eh? And all kind of strange neuronal problems that you put because of these looking shoes. Your shoes, you put your foot in your shoes, you're supposed to can't spread your toes apart. It's supposed to feel comfortable on your feet. But we get so caught up in fashion, friends. And we find ourselves going to the doctor and spending money at the doctor for what? For something that we could prevent. No. Here's something that has been certainly very trouble, and that's the reason why the topic is bleach face and tight pants. Here's the problem you see. What's this? Men wearing these tight-fitting clothing. And what can tight-fitting clothing for men? Urinary tract, friends, listen to friends. Friends, I want you to listen to me. Urinary tract infection. It can twist your balls. Men, tight pants can twist your balls. I'm talking along that you understand. You mean understand testicles. But tight-fitting pants can twist your balls. Tight-fitting pants can have bladder weakness. Low sperm count. You find blanks. Brother and sister, you're not listening, man. Are you guys talking? Yes. You find blanks, friends. Blanks. You might think you're man, but you're not man. You find blanks. And fungal infection. No, I'm doing this to say something to us. That God has established His laws even concerning how to dress. And the laws are to protect us, is not to put us in a box. No, I'm going to go to something that I don't know what's happening in Jamaica. Because when I leave here, this was the issue. Everybody pierces themselves by wearing tattoos. Now, what does the Bible teach us about body piercing and tattooing? So we're going to go back to the friends. I want you to stay with me now. Stay with me, friends. I'm going back to the what? The Word of God. I'm not going to give you my opinion. I'm going to give you what the Word of God says about what? Body piercing and tattooing. Is that reasonable? Yes. Let's see what the Word of God says. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. So this is not godly. Amen. This is not godly. We're not supposed to put a mark on our skin in any remembrance of any dead person or any mark on our skin, period. No, some of you may have mark on your skin. I am not condemning you. I'm instructing you so you don't put any more marks on your skin. Friends, I understand you. I hope to see in the kingdom just like myself. And let me go one step further. If you have the finance and the means to remove the marks, remove them. As a testimony and a witness, come into the light. Let me say that one more time. Come guys, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, brethren, stay with me. We're going to finish soon, but I want you guys to stay with me. If you have the means to remove these marks on your skin, and it can be done by a good dermatologist. It's costly, but it can be done. Get them removed as a testimony that you have come to the light. Yes. I'm bringing you guys light, not down, this is light. No. Who is this? So we're following these persons, and they have done all kinds of strange things on their skin. And we unfortunately are what? Following them. And we say, oh, we're from Jamaica, so we're doing stuff like that. I would say, oh, we're patriotic and doing stuff like that. I would say, oh, yes, we're beloved hummingbirds and doing stuff like that. That's not godly. What's the problem with tattoos? Health risk. Infections such as bloodborne infection, and I have seen this in my clinical practice. Person coming with hepatitis B and I don't know where they get it from. When you talk to them, oh yes, a few months back I went to some tattoo parlor. So they went in clean and they left with a disease. I have seen that myself with my own eyes in my practice. Increased risk for tetanus, HIV, AIDS, allergic reaction to the tattoo, problems with MRI, unwanted scars, keloid skin, granulomas. So let me reason now. You meet this man, you name Oliver. And you tattoo cross yourself as a woman, I love Oliver. Then Oliver walk away and leave you. What happened to you? You have a big I love Oliver across the chest. So wait. You guys are not laughing. You are not laughing. Because I want you guys to reason and realize something. You have just made a fool of yourself then. If you put on I love Oliver across the chest, Oliver going to leave you out. I love Oliver. No, your husband come and name Bob. Alright? And you married Bob, and you go at the time to consummate your marriage, and Bob will say, I love Oliver on your chest. If I am Bob, I have a problem. Because I don't need Oliver, I need Bob. You understand what I'm saying, friend? So let's think no brethren, let's think no man, let's read it down no man. The Lord give us instructions. Good instructions. Let's follow these now. Next issue. And this issue I want to drive home very hard. I'm going to get a bit firm on this one. We'll work with it. This is our issue. Let's look at it. Isaiah 3:16-24 says what? I'm going to read out of it. Moreover, the Lord said to what? The daughters of Zion. So the daughters of Zion are women, right? Preferably, primarily church women, but women in general. You agree? So this message to the sisters. Are haughty. They are proud. They walk with stretched forward necks, wantonized, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tingle with their feet. So let me demonstrate it. God is saying the women of the church are not supposed to be walking like this. That's what you mean by walking and mincing. Head high, proud, and walking and mincing so they show their hips to distract the brothers in the church and the brothers out on the street. That's not godly. I'm just telling you guys straight up. That's not godly. Alright? You guys have to love me still. Because I love you just as much, and that's why I'm doing this. And I'm not beating you. I am appealing to you. You realize that, friends? This is an appeal. Alright, let's go through it some more. Therefore the Lord will smite. I want you guys to listen now. Because the women shift away from God's standards, they are going to reap the consequences of their disobedience. Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head. The crown of the what? Head. The what? Head. The what? Head. Of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their what? Secret parts. You know what the secret parts is? What is the secret parts of the woman? Or private parts? Yes. So I will show that picture with that thumb. You know, show that picture of that thumb? Yes. And she was having problems with her secret parts or private parts? Yes. The Bible word of God can't be wrong. Yes. So word of God says you dress inappropriately as a woman, your secret parts will do what? Discovered. Yes. Friends, now you understand the point I'm saying? Yes. You won't get sick down there. That's what the word of God is saying. In that day the Lord will take away the bravery of those stinking ornaments about your feet and the paws, those big earrings, and their round, tire-like moons. Those big earrings that's like that, that's what the Lord talking about here. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers. The chains and the bracelets and the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimpers and the crisping iron. Crisping iron. Crisping iron? Yeah? Yeah? Curling iron? Yeah? The glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veil, and it shall come to pass, instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of girdle or red, instead of what one said here, baldness, and instead of a stomach or burning instead of beauty. You think the Lord is joking? The church is not joking. So when the sisters take these things and put glue in their head, and put these things on their head, they're going to be discovered. The Lord said, let me go back. I want you guys to get it. Yeah? They're going to be a smell, and a stink, and a baldness, and a burning. Meaning what? See dear friends. Yeah? They put on the gluing iron and glue on ear in the head. Black women make with nice, beautiful ear and glue in other ear in the head. Sisters, what's going on? Talk to me. What's not this? Yeah? I want you to take it out what? You get what? Baldness. See, that ear will never go back. That ear will never go back. See there? It was glued on. Eh? And all these things. You're losing it here and you get all kind of strange things on you. And the word of God said so it was going to happen. Let me remind you, friends. If the Lord said so, instead of sweet smell, there shall be a stink, baldness, and burning. Next issue. This issue have me very frustrated, and we need to talk about it. Bleaching. Nice, pretty black sister, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on here, so I have no more comments to make. I have no idea what's going on here. If she was Sheila, I couldn't call her Sheila, because that's not Sheila. That's she's something else, but not Sheila, alright? What about this fellow here? Looking like a decent young man. What's that? What do I call his skin? What's that? Eh? What's that? Eh? Totally different. Bleach your skin out. Warning to Jamaicans who skin bleach. mercury in the cream can cause brain damage and kidney failure. So the cream you use to bleach, and I'm not saying that you guys are here bleaching, that's not my concern per se. But if you are, take hold. And they use this bleaching cream and they burn themselves up badly. The Lord said, I'm going to discover you. Instead of sweet, what? Stink and burn. You read that? You read that? Yes? Is the word of God lying? No. So this word, friends, I'm going to be here for the 2 weeks. I'm going to lift up this word and the God and the Jesus of this word. Because it's a good book. Yes. And a good God with a good word. Yes. And we need to be obedient. Break my heart. God help me. Break my heart, man. Jamaica, what's going on in Jamaica? The men looking like women looking like men. Everybody going, I mean, what's going on? Yes, sir. Even in the church. What about this mascara? Eh? Is your mascara safe? Are we saying United Nations Mercury Treaty put a ban on the use of mercury in many products but excluded mascara and other? So when you put mascara, you put in mercury and neurotoxin on your skin, affect your brain and your kidneys. Sisters, your eyes are beautiful as it is. I can see them and you are looking beautiful. You're in your mascara and all that nonsense. Yes, you're beautiful, my sisters. And if I even though you're still beautiful because you're made in what? Image of God. Yes. And this is going to be my what? My last two slides. Hear what it says. Psalms 139, 36, it says what? For you have created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you what? Because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that well. So God is saying that what? We're made what? We're made what? Fearful and wonderful. So we don't need to bleach, we don't need to wear tight pants, we don't need to be this strange looking thongs, craziness, we don't need to have tattoos and all those stuff. God has made us beautiful. Why is that necessary to keep ourselves as we have been made? This is the reason why. 1 Corinthians 6, 9, 20 says what? 9:20. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which you have of God, and you are not your own, for you have been bought with a price. Therefore what? Glorify God here and your spirit, which are God. So you're not your own. You have no right to do what you're doing. I'm not condemning you, friends. I'm just giving you the truth. You have no right to do what you're doing. It's not your body. That body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, God's property. Let me ask you guys a question. Suppose one day I come in here and see you guys graffiti on the wall. Wouldn't that be madness? Yes. So why do you want to put graffiti on yourself? Friends, I'm not going to make an appeal tonight. I'm not going to even ask you guys for a commitment. I'm going to send you guys to think about these things. And struggle between you and God. Alright? That's the struggle. I'm going to leave you guys to struggle between you and God. My last thing to do is to invite you guys back to tomorrow night. We're going to be discussing your heart broke, hush. Your heart broke, hush. Alright, we're going to apply some balm to many broken hearts. So I want you guys to come back out for tomorrow night. Did you guys learn and understand? I know it took a little bit of time, but was the answer the reason why I did it this way? Because I couldn't rush through this one, friends. I had to be slow so you understand, alright? Let's pray and let's close up. Alright? Let's have a pray. Lord God, Father, thank you for the mercy and kindness you showed us. Lord, I felt your presence here. Not in excitement, but in the still small voice that reason with your people. And Lord, that was the intent of my heart. To reason with your people so they know and understand your will. Lord, knowing and understanding is important, but conforming to your will is what's required and what is best. So may you trouble your people's heart as they leave. May they see that you have given clear instructions in your health manual of the Bible regarding our diet, and regarding our dress and our lifestyle. May we comply, we pray and ask that the Spirit of God will attend us so we can do what is right in your sight. But we ask this through your Son, Jesus Christ, and the church says, Amen. Blessed brothers and sisters, I see you tomorrow night. Back on.